Jono, it's a disappointing result on familiar ground to yourself, but what did you make of it out there tonight?
I thought we were unbelievable first half. First 20-25 minutes, fantastic. Go 1-0 behind and you're like, where's that come from? Well, I know it's come from, it's not tracking runners. I'm not picking up probably the best 9 that's played at this level of football. But I thought apart from that, we were outstanding. Create good chances, I think, when we've equalised. Tom Walker has the header right under the bar, the sitter, to make it 2-1. You win at half time. And to be fair, I thought they turned the screw a little bit second half. For the first 10-15 minutes they got the goal, which felt well deserved. And then the penalty is the turning point in the game, which I'm not debating a pen. It's a long way from, and it looked like one, to be fair, but for him to not give the decision on Glendon, it blows my mind. And I've said it before and I'm not bothered, I'll say it anyway. Some of the decision making feels personal at times. The stuff that I said to us before a game about certain players and tell certain players to work with us, and then the lad doesn't get any protection whatsoever. I find it bizarre. That's not the reason we lost the game. I thought it was a really good, honest game of football. They're a good side. But I thought, have you not seen that? It's a blatant foul. Anyway, they've gone up and scored, and then we huffed and puffed, made a few changes, and ultimately we paid the price for concentration levels switching off. And as I said, the difference was Glenn Taylor being up top for them. 2 great goals and the pen.
I was going to say that's the key thing you've got to take out from this game is the switching off. For those, but more importantly, them 2 goals, not really necessarily the penalty.
Yeah, listen, they'll feel like they've played really well there. But what they did was they played an hour lack of concentration at the right times. Between both boxes, there weren't much between the teams, in my opinion. They're a good side, well set up. They almost in the first half played like on the counter, almost waiting to play to go up the hill in the second half. It's funny what they do here. They used to do it when we were here as well. And as I said, they're a good side. But from our point of view, look, we've played more games than any other team in the top 6 leagues since the beginning of Jan. We're knackered. I'm tired watching them. Saturday, Tuesday, all over the country. And the boys are running on fumes. Absolutely knackered. And that applies to every player. But for a part-time side to be travelling up to the North East, which feels like every other week, and having no respite, not being able to train properly because lack of bodies and stuff, it's just been tough, really tough. But the lads never give up, put loads of effort in the second half, and fell on the wrong side of it again against a team that pushing for the playoffs.
I was going to say that was the thing. We kept knocking on that door. Obviously, we got the late goal back. We almost could have nicked a point there at the end. Well, it would have been felt like a nick, but it wouldn't have felt like a nick because that points we probably deserved more out of this game. Yeah,
but it's the same conversation we're having. There's a reason they're fighting for playoffs. There's a reason they're in the semi-final of the FA. There's a reason we're 6th bottom or whatever it is we are. And that's because of them the margins are so fine at this level. I have no doubt their manager will say we're a good side. The opposition managers keep saying it about us, but it isn't getting us the points that look like we deserve. But you don't deserve them when you switch off in big moments. So listen, we'll be absolutely fine. That's an incredible group that we've got that are putting absolutely everything into it, week in, week out, with the amount of injuries we've had. But there's something not quite right. And football's like a puzzle, isn't it? You've got to work out the pieces that don't fit in, and ultimately, make the right changes at the right times.
And then I think the other main thing that we're taking out tonight is obviously another injury that you probably didn't want in Brad Rusk. Obviously, you're not going to know the severity of it as of yet, but it was just innocuous how he went down, off just turning, it seemed.
Yeah, lower back, and struggled walking off then, so he's not missed a game as of this season, and then all of a sudden he picks up an injury. Listen, we're bare bones, we are, but again, I don't want it to woe me, and all the other sides are going through the same thing. You've got the big man there, Rick Smith, who's been injured, he's now coming back, he's been on the squad. I thought he was fantastic when he came on, and then he was brilliant when he went up top for a little bit. So we've got him coming back. It is what it is. Look, there's 6 games left. We know what we've got to get to from a point of view of staving off relegation. There's a team behind us that'll be chasing. But from our point of view, it's just we keep performing the way we are. I'm sure the results will come.
Speaking of that next game, it is against that side that is directly below us in Oxford City, chasing us. Obviously, you don't like thinking too far ahead, but in terms of that game, what do you want to see out of these lads?
The same dedication, mate. There's not more to ask from. As I said, people who've watched the game tonight, we're a good side, but we're running on empty, running on fumes. The dedication, the desire will still be there. And it's a big game for both sides. So let's recover, see where we're at tomorrow, and then start planning for that.
And then last but not least, the fans that were cooped up over in that back right-hand corner as we look on behind you, and then towards the left-hand corner as you look on, words with them.
Yeah, amazing. And they can see what we're doing. You know, they can see what the lads are putting into it. The effort that we get out of them every single week. I'm talking about the fans, not the players. Is mad. You know, for a football club as small as this has been in terms of historically, to nearly be on 1,000 over 2 seasons average attendance and the away following, that's great, brilliant. It's fantastic. Similar to Spennymoor, a lot of similarities in terms of town size, in terms of size of football clubs, backing. And this is as a football club. This is what we're trying to aspire to get to, be a team that are operating in the top 10 every single season at this level of football. And that comes from that consistency and continuity, and that's what we're striving for. And we need them behind us, you know, every single game, and it was just beautiful at the end, because do you know what? It's great to enjoy it with them. We nearly given that little bit, like you said, we nearly scored the equaliser, and that it'd have been well deserved for them.